So before we get started, I would like to welcome everyone that came from Instagram, and then I'd also like to lead the current subscribers to my Instagram. I'm going to be doing a Q&A as well, so you can ask questions on Instagram, and you can ask them in the comments section below. Either way, I gotta record this, so yeah. So, why I joined cheer? Why cheer? This is often a question I get from family, because I'm a 200-pound, somewhat muscular guy with a belly that would probably do great in football and wrestling. But why did I choose cheer? I don't even have endurance. Now, we gotta date back a little bit. So, when I was around 8.5, I switched martial arts schools from this one place called Dragon Brand Taekwondo to Ernie Reyes West Coast World Martial Arts. So I switched over there, and they had these things called demo teams, and it really threw me for a loop. I mean, I was 8 years old, and I was watching these guys do these awesome tricks and doing these amazing things in synchronization to show these people why they should do martial arts, and I thought that was so cool. So, for that, they have three different levels. Let's just say they had the beginners, intermediate, and advanced. For beginners, often we rely on hups or some sort of noise, which would normally be a hup, to know when to go. Because we're often small children. Some of them, like the oldest one, was like 12 years old. I was there for like a year, and then I moved on to the next one when I was like 9 or 10, which it was the first time someone was teaching a demo team. They were completely new to it. It didn't turn out the best, but and there was only 6 people, so it didn't turn out the best, but it turned out pretty damn cool. If I'm honest, for only having 6 people, it turned out really freaking well, and that's when we started getting into the concept of counting, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 counts, and then sometimes we would go for 4 counts or 6 counts. I thought it was really cool that we were actually timing everything on that and not just listening for someone to say hup, which I thought was amazing. Like, really interesting to me. Again, after about like a year, I moved on to the next group, which is the advanced. That was basically the dream of anyone who started demo. Like, if you were in the top dogs, which were named Oregon Action Team or OAT, you had so much respect around your belt. It was so cool being on there. I wasn't the best tricker, but I had pretty good technique. I could just do basic tricks like a kip up, an aerial, things like that. I really enjoyed it. And then the coach for it started getting kind of repetitive with it. We kind of had the same demo like 3 times in a row, and that was when I was like, no, that's it. I'm not gonna do the same demonstration for 1.5 years. I thought that was ridiculous. I decided to quit. I already had the respect under my belt. I was a second-degree black belt then, or first or second, somewhere around there. I created good open forms myself and performed them, so they were pretty nice. It wasn't just me that thought that it was repetitive. There was many people that quit out, not just because of the repetitiveness, but also because they were graduating high school. I mean, yeah, there were that old people with like a 12-year-old. I was 12 or 11 or 12 at the time when I was on that team. Luckily, I stuck with martial arts till around this month, actually, is when I stopped. Now you may be wondering, how does this pertain to cheer? After about 2 years of not performing anything, I wanted to get back out in the spotlight. I wanted to perform something. I wanted to do tricks and show off my skills, basically be a show off. uh, every time I'd watch the cheerleaders perform at a school assembly, I'd get an adrenaline rush. I'd be like, man, I want to do that. Then one day, this girl in my, I guess you could say humanities, considering it's both lit and comp and global studies. Let's call her Josie. She was trying to get this guy to get into cheer because he was really good at tricking. He could do backflips and crap. I was like, hey, I'd try that. Could you perhaps help me out so I can know what to do for when the tryouts come? She wrote me this whole paper thing, and I started getting prepared. I trained. When tryout time came, I made JV because I couldn't get a backflip in time, and I had no previous experience in cheer, so I was pretty satisfied with getting into the junior varsity. Since then, I've had nothing but respect for the cheerleaders, if I'm completely honest. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's because I'm a teenage boy and I wanted to see some girls. Obvious jokes aside, please leave comments down below asking questions. I do want to do a Q&A that I'll probably record after the Great Wolf Lodge trip I have for cheer, which I will actually in vlog, so that's fun. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing because I'm kind of a small channel and I think I create decent enough quality content. So yeah, remain not a hater, but I'll see you later, Baconators. See ya.